that Nike sign and that M3. So when you're out at night, you know, it gets that little flash, that glow to it. You know, and I always thought these were a dope shoe, and it kind of reminds me of the 90s every time I look at the shoe, because this is an OG shoe. You know, this is a retro. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the best of the 90s raps. I was sitting here and I wanted to do a video. I had copped these new kicks, the Air Trainer 3s, and I want to do a quick video on them. And I think the kicks kind of play into the 90s theme, because the Nike Air Trainer 3 was released in 1988, around the time when hip-hop in the 90s was about to start emerging and it was about to blow. So I thought I'd do a quick video about these Air Trainer 3s, aka the Bo Jacksons. I seen these shoes on Nike.com, just surfing around like I normally do, seeing what was out. And I always been a fan of this shoe, back in the day, and I always loved the shoe. I loved the design. I always thought it was like before its time. It was a clean shoe. So when I seen the shoe, I was excited. I wanted to cop them from Nike.com, but they were sold out of my size. I wear size 11, and it was sold out of 11s. So I had to Google, and I found out what the shoe was. The shoe was at Finish Line, and I copped them from Finish Line for $130 retail price. So without further ado, let's get on into the shoe. The Nike Air Trainer 3, crisp shoe, beautiful shoe, one of my favorite shoes of all time. It's in my top 3, starting with Jordan is my first, Air Trainer 3 is my second favorite shoe, and Air Max 9 is my third favorite shoe. So I've always been a fan of this shoe. You know, it was always a crisp shoe. So let's get right into the shoe. You can see it has this midnight blue on the toe box, and it's a midnight blue university red colorway. So you have the midnight blue on the toe box. Alright, you have the scrap with the university red and Nike on the scrap. It really gives the shoe a pop. You know, I love that red. Then you notice you have the red right here, the Nike sign in red, the university red on the side, and I love that red. Like I said, it gives it a pop. But it also has the M3 around the Nike sign, and I think that was a great touch. I seen that, I was like, that's fly. You know, I like that. You know, it's cool. So at night when you're rocking these, you know, it pops at night also. Alright, and you have these clean lines right here, which is I was always a fan of. You know, I always call these the laser lines, you know. These lines are so crisp and so straight. Alright, keep on going to the shoe. We have this red air unit in it, which I thought was a nice little touch. So when you look at the shoe, you see the red air unit. Alright, let's go on to the back of the shoe. You have this Nike sign in that university red, which is dope. And what I really like about the shoe is that Nike, it's like the Nike Air is carved into the plastic instead of sewed in like most Nike signs. So I thought that was a pretty sweet touch. Alright, let's move on. And you also have them crisp lines on the side, which I thought was dope. You know, I always like those lines. You know, and I always thought this was just a sweet shoe, man. You know, and you got that, if you go to the bottom, you got the Nike university red on the bottom, with that Nike sign in red. And you also have, in the front of the shoe, you have that Nike sign and that M3. So when you're out at night, you know, it gets that little flash, that glow to it. You know, and I always thought these were a dope shoe, and it kind of reminds me of the 90s every time I look at the shoe, because this is an OG shoe. You know, this is a retro. So, and I always wanted these shoes when I was a kid, but I never could afford them. So I hope you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be bringing more and more content. You know, and y'all guys just rock with us. We're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna have topics. If you have any comments about this shoe, leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this shoe. I think it's a dope shoe. You know, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me, and just, you know, subscribe and like, and, you know, just rock with me, and we're gonna have more content coming soon. and I can't wait to hear from you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Peace.